Welcome on in, guys. Three bold takes, and we are back with Bowl Mania this year. We do this every single year. Link is in the description to join. Winner will receive a free Champions Three Bold Takes t-shirt courtesy of the guys over here at Three Bold Takes. But before we get into it, we are sponsored by SeatGeek, so use our discount code 3BoldTakes at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. We are looking to go to a couple of bowl games. We will definitely be using SeatGeeks. You guys should too. It'll show you what's a good deal, what's a bad deal, and should save you a little bit of money off the top. Guys, we're going to move on to the second playoff game in the first iteration of the 12-team playoff. And in this one, we have two teams, dare I say, well, one team that's the most controversial in all of the playoffs in SMU. But we also have a team in Penn State that has not really looked impressive against the competition that they need to look impressive against, right? Obviously, you lose at Ohio State. You lose the conference title against Oregon. So your two biggest games you lost, right? Unfortunately. SMU, on the other hand, fell just short in the ACC title against Clemson. Penn State is hosting. When they come in as a 9-point favorite, over-unders 53.5, 82% of America is picking Penn State to win. Chase, I want to sling it to you first here on this game.
Yeah, out of all the first round games, this one pisses me off the most. Mainly because Penn State is about to have a cakewalk into the potentially even is it the semifinals? We're right before the national championship, whatever it is. Maybe even the national championship, honestly. But anyway, that's beside the point. This game, Penn State loses the Big Ten championship, guys. Loses. And they get rewarded, or they get punished, actually. Let me say they get punished by having to play SMU first round, and then whoever wins this game has to go play Boise State. I am irate about this game. In saying that, I'm even more irate that I have to say that Penn State's going to have to win this game. And
Right.
however, the last time I chose Penn State, guys, is when Penn State still lost to Ohio State. And I'm hoping that's what happens again. I'm hoping I'm dead wrong here. I've been wrong a lot this season, and I hope I'm wrong again here. You won't hear that much, guys. But Penn State, their defense is always sound, man. Let me get it right. Let me give you an actual analysis of what I watch with Penn State. There is a great defense on the side of the ball. Drew Aller stays up at night with his toes out thinking he sees ghosts in the middle of the night in his bedroom because that kid cannot throw a ball to receive. He sees three defenders. He's like, I'm going to fit it in there. And it's insane to me how the kid plays the game of football. He did it last year. I thought he's going to maybe progress a little bit this season. Whoever the quarterback coach is at Penn State, you need to fire him because he's not doing his job. Maybe they don't have one. I don't know. There's a touchdown pass in the Oregon game. The fourth down pass, Drew Aller threw it in the middle of like two Oregon defenders. The guy caught it, and they scored a touchdown, of course, but he forced it. That's what Drew Aller does. He forces the ball, and that is just the name of the game for him. And it's going to be, I think the defense is going to hold SMU. That's my problem because I love SMU's offense. I think the defense is going to hold SMU, but I think it's going to be like a 21-15 game, 21-17. I don't think this gets crazy. I definitely don't take the spread here because it's Penn State, but I'm going to go Penn State to win in this one.
Yeah, you look at this game, and these two teams are pretty similar. They have looked impressive. They've won games against competition that they are clearly better than. And then their only two big games of the season, well, I guess in Penn State's case, they did beat a ranked Illinois team. But Penn State goes 1-2 in ranked games, losing their two biggest. SMU 0-2 in two ranked games, their only two ranked games of the season. Yet here they are. They're both in the playoff. And we got Penn State versus SMU coming up. And look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Part one, when Penn State's offense is on the field, say what you want about Drew Aller. The Penn State offensive line is going to outmatch SMU on the defensive line. They're going to outmatch them on the line of scrimmage. Penn State will be able to find running room. I'm not saying they're going to gash SMU 7-8 yards a carry, but the run game is going to be reliably there. Tyler Warren's going to be the best player on the football field.
It's true.
I can promise you that right now. I don't have to watch the game. Hey, Penn State could play. Penn State could even line up against a Texas or an Oregon, and Tyler Warren could be the best player on the field that day. That's the kind of player we're dealing with there. And then flip it to the other side, and Chase already spoiled this for you. That Penn State defense is legit, and it's going to be legit every year. Like Penn State has not won the big game yet. A lot of it has to do with their offensive output. It has not hardly anything to do with their defense. Um, there's no world where I'm picking SMU to win this game on the road. They do not match up on the line of scrimmage, and Penn State should easily get James Franklin one of those elusive big game top 10 wins that he doesn't have. So give me Penn State to win pretty handedly. I think they take care of SMU, probably 13-point victory, and get on to the next round where they will play the fearsome Boise State Broncos.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Penn State as well. Clean sweep across the board. I think this is one of the easier choices to make between these two, or between all four of the playoff games, next to the Clemson and Texas game. Singletary is an unbelievable running back. He sliced and diced Oregon, and that's something that it has been consistent all year, but in the last 2 or 3 games has really come on to being that guy that you fear as a defense. And I don't think SMU is going to be able to stop Penn State's offense. I mean, heck, Penn State did, put up 37 points against an Oregon team that, let's be real, doesn't have the greatest defense, but they're not a terrible defense, right? Like they're top half in the conference. And for Penn State to be able to score like that was pretty impressive. And they definitely showed me that they have what it takes to win it all and to get to the national championship game. And hey, who cares if they have an easy path? Okay, it's not their fault. They're just playing the games that they were dealt. And what they were dealt is a 11 seed SMU and then a Boise State team that should be the 11. So here we are. Penn State is going to win this game and going to play Boise State. It's also a whiteout, by the way. From what I have been told and read, which is going to be awesome to see. I wish it was a night game, however. Really, really stinks that the Tennessee-Ohio State game. But guys, I appreciate you watching. We're doing this for every single bowl game, for all 40 of them up to the national championship game, all the way. That makes it 7 total. So stay tuned for that. Join our Capital One Bowl Mania. And as always, we are sponsored by SeatGeek. Use our discount code 3BoldTakes for $20 off your first purchase. And we'll see you guys in the next.